So anyone else is going to join?
Looks like everyone came, Arvind. Yeah, you can start.
Okay, yeah. So hi everyone. Right. Okay. First, I'll give my introduction. Okay. So my name is Arvind, and I have total 18 years of Java and data engineering experience. And currently, I'm working for the healthcare client Care First. And this project I'm working on the as a data engineer. And I have experience in India as well. And last 7 years I'm in the US. Okay. And I'm giving a training last for 5 years. I'm giving trainings in the data engineering. Okay. And particularly this training I'm giving to you guys to hands-on, not only just for interviews, but you can work in the project. Okay. So I would like to know about you, because I already mentioned name you have to tell, and you have to tell about any knowledge experience you have in these are the technologies, tools and technologies. So I will come to know what level you have. So I will work on that. Okay. Yeah. So first we can start with the Dheeraj. Who is going to start first?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Dheeraj, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Dheeraj. I graduated in India back in 2018. Later on, I worked with emphasis for automobile client called General Motors. So later on, I moved to US for pursuing masters. Back in India, I worked in mainframe technology. So right now, I am much familiar with Python, SQL, uh, and basic components of Hadoop and big data architecture and all. I would say my level would be in the intermediate, my expertise regarding Python and SQL. Yeah, that would be all. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, Arvind. I am Satya Irvilli. I have graduated in 2014 in India and worked for TCS for almost 6.5 years. So, my main expertise level in testing, it is like manual testing as well as automation testing. I
Okay.
worked on Selenium using Java.
Mhm.
So, recently I completed masters in May 2022 and worked for JPMC for almost 5 months. From then on, I'm searching for the job opportunities.
Okay.
So recently, I joined Sage IT.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And any knowledge in Python SQL background you have?
I have experience in SQL, but not in Python. I have
Mhm.
started learning Python recently.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be all.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Satya.
Hi, Arvind. This is Mohna. I completed my bachelor's in 2018 from Acharya Nagarjuna University. Thereafter, I took a break for a year. Later, I joined in uh, a software company. I worked on two projects. One is with the Control M tool, and another one is before coming to United States, I worked on a big data project. It's a combination of AWS some services as well as with PySpark and Informatica as well. So we process the data from various sources. Let me tell you clearly. We process the data based on the requirement of the use case, and we will send it to the Redshift data warehouse, and thereafter yeah let me go with this. So after that, after completing the project, I came to United States and I had my master's in information technology. Later I took a I don't have any job right now, so I'm just searching for it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Hi, Arvind. This is Rahul, and hi, everyone. So, I'm very new to all these things, and I recently graduated from my master's, and I have various internship experience, but not full-time experience. So, I have theoretical knowledge of AWS and Azure, and coming to big data and Hadoop and Spark is very little to no knowledge that you can say. and Python and SQL would be another intermediate level, where
Okay.
with internships is something which I've gained, and Linux is something which I'm going to learn right now, and any other DevOps tool as well. So yep, that'd be it.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Hi Arvind and hi all. Myself Dinesh, and I have done my graduation back in India in 2016, and then I have worked for Infosys for like 2 years, and then I have been to London for doing my masters, and then I have worked for one of the banking client for a couple of months on Python and SQL. So right now I'm looking for a job opportunities, and I'm pretty good with Python and SQL. Yeah, and that will be all.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Thanks, Dinesh.
No problem.
Hi, hi. My name is Prithvi, and I'm a little bit new to the States. I've been here for about a year, but I finished my IT bachelor's in Canada in University of Ontario Institute of Technology. I come from my object-oriented background using like C++, C Sharp. Um, I also have experience with Java, MySQL, and also learned Golang here. Um, and this is me trying to move over to the big data field. And I haven't learned Python, so I'm excited to learn that here. And I know some of the components of big data I've been studying for my own time, but mostly in terms of work experience here in the US. Recently coming up, I worked recently in a Java position here at a startup, um, but now looking for work again here.
Yeah. Thanks. So anyone else?
Yeah, we have here Sanjay. He's the one who will coordinate internally from my team, uh, Arvind. So his name is Sanjay. So he will be following up with the recording the assignments and everything.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Myself, Venkat. So I'll be the part of this training from data big data training. So I'll be just coordinating with Arvind and you guys. So feel free to ask any questions if you need any help. And I see one of the person joined from the iPhone. So better to join from the laptop to get better understanding of the training. This training is not just only for a namesake. You guys need to learn more on this one. So please try to uh, join from the laptop and learn as much as you can.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
Venkat. Actually, I'm in medical store, so I just joined in from iPhone. But tomorrow I'll make sure. From tomorrow I'll join in from laptops.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, today's introduction, but I'm okay with that. But tomorrow onwards,
Sure.
please
Sure.
join recording the
I'll make sure.
timings.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks everyone for the giving me the introduction. So I got the idea. Okay. So I will tell the complete plan. Okay. Right. How we will be going to proceed. And basically there are two things are there. Like one is installations things, right? We will be doing in the virtual box Ubuntu installation, and manually we will be installing everything when we are talking about the on premises. Okay. And when we will be learning the cloud AWS, so then we will be having a EC2 instance, and then we will be doing practice there AWS services. Okay. But initially we have to make it set up in our machine. Okay. And for that setup, I will tell all the instructions, right? For the virtual machine Ubuntu, um, like from where you have to download Ubuntu ISO VirtualBox, and then you have to set up the Ubuntu. And this process will be keep going on, because we will not be installing each and every tool in a one go. Okay. Because we will be doing one by one step, like we will be doing. Okay. So I will first discuss the complete agenda, like plan, right? Like how many sections we have and how we'll proceed. Okay. So any question anyone has first, right? Can ask any doubt, right? First, or I should go like about course duration, anything.
Yes, Arvind. So how long will the course be, and how technical will be this? Or are we doing any projects to help us down
Yeah.
the line?
Okay. So project we will be doing, but first we have to learn individual technologies, like each and every tool, separate tool. Okay. Because once we understand each and every tool component, right, then we will be going to the one or two tools integrations, then we will be going to implement in a POC. Okay. So cloud related, like I have a 2 to 3 POCs. Okay. I have more than 4 or 5 POCs, but I will distribute the in the group, right? One or two person as per individual person can take it. Okay. And when I'm talking about the on premises, right? So when I'm saying Hadoop Spark, so for that I have a use cases example, as well as same Hadoop Spark we will be using in the proof of concept. And this proof of concepts are the same real world, right? The industry examples like we are using in our work. Okay. And I'm doing some job support work, so I can assign some like similar task, right? You can get or same task, right? If this is the pipeline, so how will you develop the pipeline using the your technical knowledge? Okay. So this is completely hands-on things. Okay. You have to be interactive, right? And task assignment I will give. Apart from that, the development things, like one thing I will do every day, like suppose next day session, so last day session I will do the 5-10 minute quiz. Okay, these questions I will ask you, and I can ask anyone, because this is just for checking like you guys are how much time you are spending, and how you are grabbing the things, and if you have any question doubt, so I can understand you, like you are really following me or not. Okay. So I will be like randomly, or like I first initially some days I will ask like as a volunteership, right? You can answer your own. Okay. But sometimes after, right, I can randomly ask questions. Okay, anyone. Okay. When I will do some practical things, so I can say, okay, you can show me like command how to run this command. Okay. Because the same thing I have done yesterday or day before yesterday, so you can show me as a practical. Okay. So this will give the me clarity, right, about your like what you are following. Okay. And you will also have any question doubt, so you can ask, right? And among yourself also you can help each other, right? Okay. Because it's like a joined together, we have to learn, right? It's not a individual learning, right? So here, because the group means like if someone is in the, because we have to go to the next thing, first we have to complete the previous things. Okay. And the important thing is like we have to help each other. Okay. Because some people who are having an installation issue, so we will complete on the time, so that whatever next practical we are going to do, right, so we will be able to do. Okay. So first here is I have divided the entire course in the 4 section. Okay. The section 1 is like, okay, I have a Hadoop and Spark. Okay. So Hadoop and Spark. So first is like on premises and cloud. The other two things are there. Okay. On-prem and cloud. Okay. So on-prem, we will be learning the Hadoop Spark. Okay. So Hadoop Spark, all the Hadoop Spark tools will be there, like Hadoop component. Okay. So there are the various Hadoop components are there. We will go one by one, each component, and doing the practical hands-on of each component. Okay. So Hadoop component will include, right, SDFS, MapReduce. So these terms will be new. Okay. I'm just talking about the like telling the syllabus, right, what I will be going to cover, but each and everything I will be going in the deep and in the in-depth I will go. Okay. So SDFS, MapReduce, Hive, Scoop, HBase. So these will be the Hadoop component. Then Spark, we will be learning Spark ETL pipelines, how to write ETL code, reading the data from some source and writing the data to the target, right? So they are the different source and targets are there. So we will be using here Spark Core, Spark SQL, and Spark Streaming. Okay. So Spark Core is a base, right? Basically, it's using Spark Core is transformation and actions, right? When we are transforming the data one form to another form. So that part we will be doing in the code. SQL is related to get the data from the different data sources. And this Spark SQL can have any integration. It could be a source, could be, okay, file system, or any SQL database. File system means CSV, JSON file, XML file, any file system data, CSV, JSON, XML. Okay, and SQL databases. There are the different SQL databases are there, but we will be doing MySQL because we cover MySQL. It will cover Oracle, Postgres, DB2. These are the other SQL DBs it will cover, and the other NoSQL databases. So NoSQL databases which are not only SQL, right? Which are the giving portability and high availability. And these NoSQL databases categories are like Cassandra is there, Mongo is there. Okay, so these are the NoSQL databases will do. And Spark is streaming here the real-time data processing we are doing. So I will tell about Spark is having the batch processing and real-time. So all these concepts will come. So real-time data processing we will do in the Spark. So here is in the Spark with integration with Kafka. So Kafka is a one tool. So on premises, first we have to learn these two topic like Hadoop and Spark. Okay. And after that, we will be going to the second section, section number 2, right there. Okay, here in the Spark, some other integration also will come. There is a Hive integration is there. There is a Elasticsearch integration is there. Okay, and other integrations, right? Some REST API integrations is there. So all these integrations will be coming in the Spark. Okay, second section. Once after complete Hadoop and Spark, so we have DevOps sections. Okay, so DevOps sections we will be using our infrastructure development tools, right? So Git is there, right? Code check in, check out. Okay, Git. Jenkins is for the automation. CI/CD pipelines are there. Okay, CI/CD. So these all tools we will be learning for the data engineering perspective, right? DevOps, right? We call it DevOps. So when we doing the data plus operations, so that is the part of the DevOps. Okay, so Jenkins CI/CD pipeline for automation, right? We are designing the pipeline. Different stages are there: clean stage, build stage, deployment stage, right? So those stages will be designing in the Jenkins. Next is Docker is there, and Kubernetes. These two are the container tools. Okay, so these are the very, very lightweight tools, right? And we can containerize the applications. So whatever installation we are doing manually here, right? Hadoop, Spark, the same installation we will do through the containers, and it will be very quick, like install, because ready-made images are there in the repository, and just we have to pull those images and we will set up the infrastructure in our local machine. Okay, so we can use the Docker and Kubernetes, like we can writing our application is using the containerization tools. Okay, containerization basically we will be using. Okay, so Docker, Kubernetes, and Terraform is there. So Terraform, see, these tools are the developed tools, but still we need in the data engineering nowadays, because people are expecting like you should be able to understand the infrastructure development tools as well, right? If you are not purely working in the infrastructure tool, but you are able to debug, trace, or you will be monitor, right, pipelines. So those activities you can perform. Okay, so Terraform with AWS, right? How we can provisioning our code, right? Infrastructure as a code to the AWS instances, right? We can do with the Terraform. Okay, this section we will be covering the DevOps. Okay, another section is a cloud section. Okay, so section 3 we will have cloud. So we are focusing on the AWS cloud because the majority of the calls and projects are using AWS. Okay, and these AWS services, right, starting from the fundamental services, like which are very common services used, right? Like storage services are there. Okay, so S3 is a storage services there. EBS volume is a storage. Okay, and some database storage services. So database storage services which are related to like SQL databases. So SQL database, there is a RDS services there, relational database service. So we can see here the MySQL Oracle configuration for the RDS. And NoSQL databases services. So NoSQL databases services, we have DynamoDB. DynamoDB is a JSON key value pair database. and this is database is provided by the AWS. Okay. And another NoSQL databases like MongoDB, there is a DocumentDB is there. So DocumentDB is a managed service, DocumentDB. So DocumentDB is a MongoDB on the AWS cloud. Okay. So it is a managed services. So infrastructure things is managed by the AWS. Okay. So managed by AWS. Okay. So we will see the NoSQL services like data storage services and big data analytics services. So big data analytics services, these are the important one in the AWS because these are the services provided in the cloud for analytics, right? So Hadoop Spark we are using here on premises, right? We are installing in our virtual box Ubuntu, but when we are going to the cloud, so cloud is providing a service EMR, Elastic MapReduce. Okay, so Elastic MapReduce, this service is giving an infrastructure of Hadoop Spark on the cloud AWS. So we will be setting up the cluster of the EMR, and then we will be running a Spark job or any Hive queries or Scoop. So whatever we can do on premises. So if we know each and every tool, we can use in the EMR, right? Because only the infrastructure is changed, right? Here, the infrastructure is a Ubuntu on VirtualBox VM in Windows. Okay, VirtualBox VM in Windows. Okay, and here we are using the AWS cloud setup, right? So this one is a managed and paid. Okay, managed and paid service. Okay, but we have to learn because we have to work sometimes cloud-based services as well as sometimes on-premises. So on-premises, mostly companies are using CDP, Cloudera Data Platform, right? So CDP cluster they have. Okay, even we can set up the CDP, but CDP is giving you everything is ready-made, right? Hadoop, Spark, everything will be in the cluster itself. So that environment I will show to you. Okay, but we want to install each and every tool and component install ourselves. Okay, anyone asking anything?
Yeah, we can use Databricks, right?
Yeah, Databricks is also, so Databricks also I will cover. Databricks is actually you can use individual Databricks or you can use along
Community.
So different cloud having different Databricks services there, like Azure Databricks, AWS Databricks, GCP Databricks. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we learn Databricks as a community edition, so that is same as in any cloud. Okay. So we will see the Databricks. So Databricks also providing an infrastructure same like a EMR, right? We can run our Spark job and we can there is a lake house concept is there, lake house architecture is there, delta table, live table. Okay, so these are the new terms, but eventually you will be becoming familiar with that. Okay, so and
will we cover glue jobs as well?
yeah, I'm talking about that because
okay, yeah, fine, sorry.
So EMR is analytic the one service. Okay, the other service in the big data analytics like we have AWS Glue. So here is a crawler. Okay, we will see that how to create a table out of the S3 metadata using the crawler and the Glue job. So Glue job is a Spark job, right? A Spark job. We can use either PySpark or Spark Scala. We can use any APIs, either Scala using Scala API or PySpark Python API. So Glue job we will see, and Glue is a serverless computing tool. Okay, like Elastic MapReduce also computing tool, but Elastic MapReduce is giving complete Hadoop Spark infrastructure. You will get Hive, Scoop, everything. But here in the Glue, it's specifically only Spark, right? If I say like I want to do only processing, right? I don't want Hive, Scoop, all Hadoop component. I don't want. Like I have like standalone job is there, which is I'm reading the data from any file system and I want to process and write the data again S3. Okay, so I will be using Glue in that case. Okay, so we will see the Glue and apart from that, AWS Glue and Lambda. Lambda is very important service and it is serverless computing. Okay, we can write Lambda code in different languages. So we will follow Python because for the data engineering, we have to learn Python with Lambda. Okay, so there is a Boto3 API. So we can use the Boto3 is a Python based API is there, Boto3 API. And we can trigger Lambda from the different sources. Like we can trigger the Lambda from the S3. So just an example, like suppose my file is arrived in S3 and I want to trigger Lambda automatically. Or I say, I'm reading the data through Kinesis stream, right? Kinesis stream. So Kinesis is the is streaming data, right? I'm getting some streaming, right? REST APIs data I'm getting through Kinesis, and I want to trigger my Lambda. Or there are many use cases are there, like DynamoDB can be trigger point, SQS can be trigger point. So we will see that how to write our Lambda code, and this Lambda can be integrated with any service. Like I can call Lambda to EMR, Lambda to Glue, Lambda can call S3, or Lambda itself can be called from the S3. So there are various combinations are there. Okay, so Lambda and the SQL data warehouse tool is there. SQL data warehouse tool, Redshift is there. So Redshift is like a similar to Hive. So Hive is a SQL data warehouse tool for on-premises, and Redshift is a SQL data warehouse tool in cloud AWS, in AWS. So here, very like a huge amount of data you want to process. Like it's like a using internally Postgres. So Postgres is a SQL database. Internally, it is using Postgres. Okay. And Redshift, we will be learning like how to create a Redshift cluster, how to do queries in the Redshift. Okay. How Redshift can be integrated with the Spark. Okay. And Glue, right? So these are the integrations are there. And other than that, data analytics services and some
Workflow management.
which one?
Workflow management tools like step functions
Step function
or
is there.
Airflow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Step function example I will provide. Step function is like you can trigger like multiple services in a sequence, right? So you can use step function as a scheduling tool, as a workflow management tool. And other than that, we have the container services are there. Okay. So container services like EKS. Okay. EKS is Elastic Kubernetes Service. So this is basically the DevOps we are learning here in the Kubernetes here. So it's a implementation on the cloud. So like we can install Kubernetes on premises, like by using a bare metals, right? And or we can use the managed services provided by any cloud. So this is the managed services, okay, and paid service, managed service, okay. And Kafka and those things will come in the Spark, okay. So this is a section 3, and this is little big section because this is using entire section 1 and 2 along with the like section 3 will be there. So we can say whatever implementation we learn here, that will be applied over the cloud, okay, because cloud we can use the DevOps, and our on-premises like Hadoop Spark implementation we can learn in EMR, right? We can apply in EMR, okay. And the section 4 is other miscellaneous tools are there, okay. So those are not part of any category. We can keep it as a separate tool, like Snowflake is there, okay. So Snowflake is a cloud SQL data warehouse tool similar to Redshift, okay. Okay, cloud SQL data warehouse tool, okay, data warehouse tool. And another tool is NiFi is there. So NiFi is the ingestion tool. It's a drag and drop ingestion tool. So some pipeline we will create through NiFi, and NiFi has the integration with the Spark, okay. And Airflow, this is the most important one, is like a scheduler tool. It's a workflow tool, and it is used for scheduling any job. So suppose I'm using in the on premises, like, so I can schedule the job like Spark job and Hive scripts. I can schedule anything with the Airflow. So there are the different types of operators are there, and we will be scheduling jobs through the Airflow, okay. So these are the sections. So we can plan it like, okay, if we needed this, we will cover as a section 2. Okay. And these 2 sections will cover after this, because if we learn Airflow, so whatever we learn here in the section 1, right? So that can be implemented by the Airflow as a scheduler tool, like we can use. Okay. So just after completing the section 1, we can start the section 2 is these 3 tools, and then we come to the DevOps and before cloud. Okay. Anyone has any question?
What kind of I mean, data types we will use and data type kind of files we will use. Like,
Okay. So data types, you are talking about the what type of
file type, type of files I'm asking.
files? Okay, so mostly like we are not processing any audio, image, or video, or this one unstructured data, because
Okay.
mostly industries are looking for the
Semi. Yeah,
semi-structured data, like those all will come in the Spark, like here XML, CSV, JSON, like SQL databases, like we are getting the data.
Parquet.
We will be learning here, like how, so the project things, okay, so project things will come, like 2 projects will be coming after this all on-premises data, right? Like on-premises, like we will be learning. So here, these all the use cases, you will be using 2 projects. And one project, like we can say, or AWS, we can keep it 2 project and 1 project for the DevOps. Okay. So I'm telling you projects are, I have a lot of projects. I'm saying like AWS itself, I have a 10 projects. Okay. But I want, if you have capacity, you can do more projects. I can give you the architectures and documentation and requirement, and then you can start. So data could be anything. See, we are not concerned about data. We have to learn skills and technology, right? So data, whatever comes to you, you can process the data, and it doesn't matter data is small or big, right? Eventually you will be getting a large amount of data in the companies, but if we are processing or just understanding the logic with the small data, that is fine, because our target is to learn the tools and technologies how to use in the big data environment, right? So whenever any story is assigned to you, some task is there in the story, so how you can divide the task into different small sections, and how can you prepare the design document, functional document, and get it approved from the business analyst and architect, right? And then you can start the development coding, because coding is not a direct solution, right? We just start and go and start the coding. Before that, we need to understand the problem, right? Problem statement, and then we have to design architecture, right? And our approach, right? Like technical approach, functional approach. Then we have to form it in the document, and then once it is approved, right, like everybody's on the same page, then you can start coding, right? Okay. So far clear, everything?
Yeah, Arvind, I have a question. Will we cover only infrastructure, or will we work on coding as well?
So coding is everywhere coding, right? This I'm telling about this Hadoop, Spark, all tools like installation. First we do infrastructure, we are doing it's just for learning, right? Even I can give you the ready-made infrastructure, but suppose sometimes you get a chance to install in Ubuntu your own. And why I'm saying to do the setup in our local, like you should not depend for any environment, right? So your machine, your own environment, you can start your VirtualBox machine environment and you can do practice. Okay. Otherwise, you have to set up on the cloud-based lab, right? So those are costly, and we are completely rely on that. But when we will be going to the cloud, we will use definitely the cloud infrastructure. So there is no choice, right? And if it is paid or free, it doesn't matter there. Okay. But for initial infrastructure, right, for the Hadoop Spark, that we have to set up in our local. So first we start from, so Ubuntu once comes, so we have the Linux flavor, right? So we have a Linux environment. So all the Linux command practice you can do, shell scripting you can do. And once we start the Hadoop, so Hadoop command is there, MapReduce program is there, Hive is the SQL script are there, Scoop is a Scoop import command is there, HBase is also terminal commands are there. So everything having practical only, right? Because theoretical will help you to crack interviews only, but not will give you to explore to how to work, right? So for work purpose, I'm telling you, like practical is very important. And if you do practical parallelly along with me, means like one session ends and then you do in a whole day, whenever you get time, you complete the practical. So don't delay it. Okay. Because I seen that sometimes if you are leaving it for tomorrow, so then it will be pile up. Okay. So we have to avoid that. If you have any questions, so I will not go to the next topic once you say, okay, I'm not comfortable, I want to understand again the topic. So I want the queries from you, because if I don't get the questions, I will not be able to know, right, whether I'm on the track or not, and I'm able to give the right
Yeah.
things to you, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
got it.
So
And,
I'm starting from the scratch because I'm just taking care everyone, because I know some
Okay,
of the
yeah.
people. That's the reason I asked in an introduction, right? How many people have already some basic concept, because I want to take it to everyone on the same page, right? At one, because maybe some people know, so they can help other, and that will be enhance their knowledge. Okay, if they can do, right, if they can like knowledge wise as well as installation help or any coding practical help anywhere, okay, so they can help. Okay, and like I will cover everything, because whatever I'm saying, okay, but I cannot go fast, right? Because I know if I'm trying to do fast, so it will be difficult, like to like understand the things, right? So we will go slowly, and where you think, okay, you have to want repeat the thing, I will repeat. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, so first the installation thing.
Arvind,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, Arvind, a small doubt.
Mm.
You told you'll be giving training on AWS, like mostly. So if we need like GCP or Azure,
Okay, so see, GCP Azure that are based on the requirement, okay, I will cover separately those who are interested. Okay, see, first I got the idea from the SME, right? First we go with AWS, like because we have mostly requirement AWS. But I'm saying like, okay, Azure GCP, like, but Azure GCP similar services are there. So I have some projects. So those who are willing to do, right? Like, okay, so they can personally they can talk to me and ask some assignment, and I will cover the classes also, separate classes I will take. Okay, but first we cover one cloud at least, right? Okay, because if we covered complete one AWS cloud, we can cover any cloud, second cloud we can do. Okay, because first our target is to complete the syllabus. Okay, this syllabus.
yeah, sure, Arvind.
Okay, because Azure GCP I understand, because some of the specific requirement comes, say they need Azure data engineer requirement, sometimes GCP. Okay, so because if you are keeping it all three cloud, and that is really like a cope up, right? Because everything will be mixed up, right? Okay,
Yeah.
got it. So if sometime requirement comes, you can especially dedicate time, you can give like 1 week time, and then you can cover up that cloud. It's not difficult thing. Okay, and I will cover the practical, right? Okay, those who will be really interested for the second and third cloud. Okay, so I will cover. Okay.
Sure, Arvind, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arvind, will we use any integration tools, data integration tools?
Data integration tools, can you give example?
Informatica?
No,
Cloud?
Informatica actually complete separate ETL tool. Okay, and this is the data engineering. I'm saying wherever the data engineering requirement is there, they don't ask Informatica, Talent, or the other IBM data stage, right? So there are plenty of ETL tools are there. Here we are. If somebody is asking you which ETL tools you worked on, as a data engineer, if you say the Spark you have worked on and you have designed and implemented custom ETL pipeline, that is good, right? Nobody, if some very specific requirement comes, right, they ask Talent and data stage or Informatica. So that is itself is a very big tool. Okay, so even I have not worked on all these different tools. Okay, and I believe like in any, I have seen the so many JDs so far. So if Informatica, that means like it's not a data engineering like Hadoop Spark, like that is completely Informatica requirement, or Talent is a requirement, or data stage. Okay. Okay. So if you keep it this one focus, I'm 100% sure like if they optionally they will keep it, otherwise it will not be a mandatory for data engineering.
Okay. But yeah, I worked on on a project with the Informatica, so that's why I'm asking. It's fine. Will we cover Spark Scala or PySpark?
Both I cover, because projects are both the technologies most of the times, right? We cannot know sometimes like Scala or sometimes PySpark, right? So our another reason of the PySpark is like Python we are already learning, right? Because Python is used not only in PySpark, it is used for the validation script or other purpose also, right? We are doing file handling, some automation script, right? So
Yeah,
even
sure,
Python
yeah.
we are learning. So PySpark we go with that reason. Scala is the reason is because suppose like some chance like the project is in Scala itself. So you had to learn or otherwise you don't go with that job, right? You have to leave that requirement. So
But yeah, it will look similar, right?
yeah, it's
Except
similar.
some,
See, it's
yeah,
both are like a scripting, right? So
yeah,
if somebody has a Java background, he can easily understand Scala because the similar syntax is
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
So well and where is a difference, right? Okay. And I say like if one syntax you understand, so you can follow the second, right? Language syntax is not a problem. But I will say at a time you do first Python one and then do Scala. Both
Okay.
don't do parallelly. Okay. So I will
Yeah.
cover like this only. Okay. I will cover Scala. Okay. And the same thing I will tell, okay, you start the PySpark. Okay. So you have, if you have Python knowledge, so you can easily write the syntax. Okay. So Scala Python I will cover. Okay. But Python will be not very, very deep dive, right? Because Python will take itself is a 1 month. Okay. So I will give the already pre tutorials I have. Okay. And I have my own recordings also there. So I have my own classroom link. And for this also, I will create a one classroom, Google Classroom. Okay. So Google Classroom is, I will whatever videos or materials I will upload it there. And first you have to join this Google Classroom. After that, you will get the notification in email, right? Whatever video or material I uploaded there. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see over there in the classroom, Google Classroom, and my previous recording video classrooms are there. So I will give you for the advanced like a reference. Okay. So I will suggest you don't go in like more in the deep right there. Okay. First, like whatever is coming, just follow that so that you can understand, okay, what I'm going to cover next, what I'm going to cover next. Okay. Okay. So those classroom links I will share in the group description or otherwise in the group I will paste it. Okay. So everyone join the old classroom. And today I will create a new classroom link. And that classroom link, I will upload the video and the PDF document material. Okay. So whatever I have the stuff, right? I want to give you the stuff. Okay. Because the stuff is for the reading and then you can use in your practical. Okay. Like installation related videos or installation related documents also there. Okay. But installation I will show to you. Okay. And then you can follow my document. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
And
will follow the classroom structure. Okay. Google Classroom.
Sure. I have a last question. I mean, what we use for a Kafka? We use a Confluent Kafka or something else?
Okay, Kafka, vanilla Kafka I will show, but some services are Kafka Connect and Kafka Stream
Kafka.
I will show Confluent. Okay.
Okay.
So Kafka registry is there, schema registry is there. So Confluent Kafka I will tell. Okay. So there is a KSQL is there. Okay. Kafka structure query language is there. Okay.
So we have a free subscription for a Confluent Kafka, so that's why I'm asking. So it's fine.
Yeah. See, Confluent Kafka. See, first we have to learn the vanilla Kafka, right? What are the installation? Okay. Then what are the advanced services are there which are not part of the vanilla, right? Like some connectors are there. So different connectors, right? So those are the advanced connectors. We see simple file connector is there, that is in the vanilla. But if I go to the advanced connector like MySQL connector, Elasticsearch connector, so we need to with the Confluent Kafka. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Any other question?
Yeah, nothing.
Okay. So first I say the setup thing. So VirtualBox. Okay. We have to, I'll tell. Okay. So VirtualBox. So VirtualBox link is, so I will paste all the links. Okay. So VirtualBox download. So you go to the Oracle VirtualBox. Here, this VirtualBox Windows, you can download the exe and then you can install it. Okay. So you can get it the VirtualBox 7. You can download. Okay. So first thing is you have to download VirtualBox 7 and you have to install in your local machine. Okay. And check the RAM. Okay. Because some people have the RAM is 16 GB, some have 12 GB. So whatever RAM you have, just give the 75% of the RAM you give for the VirtualBox. So whenever you are working in the Ubuntu environment, so it will be occupying your RAM of your machine, right? So if 16 GB RAM is there, you can give 10 to 12 GB, right? So 10, 12, because other 4 GB is enough for the Windows, okay? For time being, okay? Like suppose you are working with the VirtualBox and Ubuntu both at the same time. So 12 GB you keep it for, or even 10 is fine also. 10 GB you keep it for your Ubuntu and plus your 6 GB for Windows, for your Windows, okay? If you have 12 GB, accordingly you do 8 GB and 4 GB, this combination you do, okay? Like 32 GB is there, so you can do 28 GB or 24 GB plus 8 GB, like that combinations you can use, okay? So first you download the VirtualBox and download the Ubuntu ISO file, Ubuntu ISO. So Ubuntu ISO desktop is there, 22 version you download. This one, okay, download this Ubuntu ISO desktop file, okay. And once you install this, download these two, right? So once you will install the VirtualBox and the VirtualBox, I think this. So in the VirtualBox, right, you will see here, create a new machine, okay. So here you will get the option new machine you will create. So first you keep it your ISO file in some C drive, okay, rather, because initially it will be downloaded in download folder, right? So you keep it in C drive so that it will be safe, right? But it will be not deleted by mistake, right? So softwares, and keep it here your ISO file in the software folder you create, and keep it your ISO file here, and you give any name, Ubuntu VM, okay. It is just for name of the VM will display here, Ubuntu VM. And this will be automatically, it will create a folder, right? So your C drive, and you will be, this is the Linux on Ubuntu 64, okay? And actually this is my VirtualBox 6, right? So this interface is different, okay? When you see the VirtualBox 7, so it is little bit changed, okay? So in my other machine is installed, okay? So I will send you the step, okay? Steps will be the same, only interface is changed, okay? So here it's coming because my system RAM is a 16 GB. So it's showing my 16 GB RAM. So if I select here, so, okay, 11 GB, 12 GB, I give in the RAM. Next. So here is like create a virtual hard disk now, okay? And when you select this option, you actually, it is completely different steps. So here we have to select the ISO file. Okay, so currently it is showing my this Cloudera VM machine link. But when I go here and add, actually it's a completely change steps. Okay, so I will give you the step document. Okay, how to configure. Actually, my this particular machine that Ubuntu VirtualBox is different. VirtualBox and Ubuntu. This is the command line one.
Arvind, I have one question.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
do we have any alternative solution for this? Instead of installing everything, we get the third-party services?
Third-party services, which one means? Because we are going to install everything in the Ubuntu step by step here in the Ubuntu. Okay, so VirtualBox is needed as a hypervisor, right? Because VirtualBox is a hypervisor. And once we have VirtualBox, then we can install Ubuntu, and top of that Ubuntu, we'll install our Hadoop services or Spark, anything. So what
I see, like, some third-party services like Cloudera or something will be there, right?
Yeah, so that's the reason. Cloudera, I will show you the environment. I will give you the zip also, but Cloudera, everything is pre-installed. You will not get the learning experience of the installation, right? Like Hadoop component tool, Spark installation, right? Okay. And Cloudera version is like if I say Cloudera, like like a Spark, we have to upgrade, right? Hadoop and Spark version is very old version. Okay. And here, when we are installing our own, right? So we are installing basically our new version. Okay. If I say Hadoop installation on Ubuntu, so 3.3 version is the latest version, right? So we will be working our own installation with the latest version. That's the reason I want to go with the installation, right? Otherwise, we have the option, right? We will save our time, but it will not take much time. I'm saying if I
Yeah, last time we faced some issues on fixing that issues. So that's what
in the
we went for.
installation.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, installation, I have done 1,000 times of installations. Okay. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, right? Anybody's issue, I will resolve it. Okay. And I'm saying,
Sure.
I'm saying like this installation, if you are following the steps, right? This is steps. Okay. Within 10 minutes, you will install Hadoop. Within 10 minutes, you will install Hive. Little bit time it will take. Like if I say 2 hours, if I allocate, I will install everything, each and everything. Okay. But once it's installed, then you don't need to have any like issue, right? Installation related, you can do practice, like everything is ready, right? Okay. So
Yeah.
this, so like if I'm installing, I can install my on this version, right? Because this is the latest version, right? So in the Cloudera, if you go, right, you have to be depend on their version, right? Whatever they are providing. So you don't have the choice, right? So there could be the issue, right? Okay, if your Hadoop version is old and you are going to Spark new, you can't do. So you have to make it compatibility there, right? But here, everything we are installing new version only, because we are following the official installation folder, the installations, right? So we will take the everything new. If Kafka, if I go, so I will install Kafka 3.5, Kafka installation. I will go Apache Kafka here. Okay, I will go Kafka download. Kafka download. So if I want to install my own Kafka, so I will go 3.6. I will not be depend on the older version, right? Because if Hadoop and Spark I'm using older, so Kafka I have to go older because the Scala version will not matching, right? Because Kafka is implemented in the Scala. So if I say Kafka is 2.12 and 2.30, but Cloudera is using supporting the Scala 2.11. So which version I have to go for Kafka? Pretty old version I have to go, right? Okay, where the Scala 2.11 version will be there, right? See, I think 2 point something version we have to go. So I'm saying it will be like we will install everything manually step by step, and we will do practice on the new versions, right? Okay, so we will not get the issues. Okay. Okay. So first thing is we have to install these two things, right? VirtualBox and Ubuntu. If it is ready, then we can go ahead and install this Hadoop, Hive, Scoop, HBase. This will take 30 minutes to install all these four. Okay. So if I will give the steps today, if everyone can make it ready by today, right? This all VirtualBox and Ubuntu, because Ubuntu takes 30-minute time to install because it's an operating system, because it's completely install a Windows or Ubuntu, right? It's an operating system going to install. So it will take 30-minute time. So I will give the step. VirtualBox you have to install, download and install, and Ubuntu you have to configure on the VirtualBox. Okay. So it is a wizard process. Okay. The newer steps I will give the document. Okay. So if you still find the difficulty in the VirtualBox Ubuntu, I will share one YouTube link also, so that it is completely configuration step like VirtualBox Ubuntu. Okay. So you first install these two things. Okay. VirtualBox and VirtualBox having the Ubuntu, your OS, it should be ready. Okay. So you do this. Tomorrow I will do.
Sorry to disturb you, Arvind. Can you send me the link for installing it on Mac as well, if possible?
See, Mac one is VirtualBox is a problem with the chip, right? M1 chip, but there is a solution VMware you can use. Okay. So I will give the steps through the VMware. You can use VMware and you can install Ubuntu. Okay.
Sure, sure. Okay.
Okay, so because I know, right, in the chip one, the Mac, right, so that is the issue there, because in chip one, right, okay, this virtual box, okay, so you follow the VMware workstation, so I'll give that link, okay, so there you can do, okay, so let me share in the Google Classroom, okay, this recording link, and I will share the documentation, so you can be ready by tomorrow, right, virtual box and Ubuntu. Okay, so I will start tomorrow the theoretical part first, the big data concept. What is the big data fundamental concepts are there? So I will start first half an hour session on the background, right? The big data concepts, and then we will be starting the practical, the installation. So we'll finish it tomorrow. Hadoop, Hive, Scoop. Even you guys can follow me also. The same installation steps you can follow. Okay, but better is to you see that, and then after you can you can do your own. Okay, that is better. Okay, okay, anyone has any question?
So for Google Classroom, how we will give access? Do you need our email IDs?
Yeah, no, email. I will give the Google Classroom link, so you guys
Okay.
just click on that and you can directly enter. Okay, it will be a URL link. Okay, so I have to create a one classroom link, and this classroom link you can directly join. There is no sign up, nothing, just any your Gmail ID you can join. Yeah.
Yeah, Arvind, I have a question. Oh, sorry. Will we work on optimization techniques on a coding side?
In the Spark you're saying, right? Spark optimization side. So we will be seeing, right, these are the interview as well as the in real time, right? We get the issues, right? When the job is getting slow, out of memory issues, right? Yeah, I will be showing, right? And I have a good documentation also. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
everything will come on the like a step by step. I'm assuring it, like whatever my knowledge, and as well as I have a stuff, not only my stuff, because I always those people who are really like encourage themselves to learn more and more. I give more stuff, not only mine, because I don't think like knowledge not be limited, right? We can get from anyone or anywhere, right? Okay. So I have a very good trainers materials also, right? Because I have a good contact, and other trainers are like in my contact, and I just learn from them also, right? Because I don't say like everything like I'm an expert, right? Okay, so it's a learning process. Okay, so this you are asking about this data skewness problem, and these questions now definitely will help you in the interviews. Okay, interviews as well as like in the real time, like when you facing the issues, right? You will get those like issues you will solve. Okay.
And we will cover the architecture as well, right? With the
Yeah,
Spark,
I
Hadoop,
will
and
cover. I will give the
Kafka.
syllabus thing. Okay, entire syllabus. Okay, so I will upload it there. Okay, you can see the syllabus, the detailed syllabus. This is just high level things I have written. Okay, so what I will be covering individually, right? Each and every topic and point you can see there. Okay. Yeah.
So, as you said before, we will ask any questions regarding any other cloud as well, right?
Yeah, you can ask. See, you can ask, because I want to focus AWS, but if you are interested, right, you think you want to apply for other cloud opportunities as well. Okay, so I will help on. Okay, that's not. Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, yeah, we will connect tomorrow. Okay, and it will be the class will be 6:30 EST tomorrow. Okay, 6:30 to 7:30 EST. Okay.
Okay.
This is for today. So you tell me, right, time is which time you are. Okay, 6:30 or 7 o'clock EST. I'm good with any time. Okay, 6:30 or 7 to 8 is fine also, because 8:30 is my another batch is there. Okay, so I think like I should get the little bit enough time right now to transition, right? So 7 to 8 I can do also. Okay, so like 7 to 8. So if 5-10 minute 15-minute goes extra, so I don't have any problem, right? Okay. Yeah. So 7
Yeah, we can
EST,
do 6:30.
6:30 EST. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
fine.
about remaining guys? Are you guys all comfortable with that?
Could you
I
repeat
think
that?
6:30
What's the
works
timing?
for me.
6:30 p.m. EST tomorrow class. Are you guys okay with that? Or
6:30 EST. So an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is only for today, right? This 7:30. Yeah.
Okay. So normally it's at 6:30 EST.
So is the 6:30 p.m. only for tomorrow, or
No,
like for all the
6:30 will be
classes?
regular from tomorrow onward. It will be regular
Okay.
6:30.
Can you make it with 7 to 8 EST?
Yeah, 7 to 8 would be better.
Okay, then we'll go with 7 to
Yeah.
8, Arvind.
Yeah, 7 to 8 we keep it. Okay.
Yeah.
And if 5-10 minute, 10-15 minute go extra, that's not a problem, right? See, that's the reason. Okay, I have a gap, right? Because my batch is 8:30. Okay. So I think it will be covered. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay. 7 to 8
Okay.
we keep it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
Arvind,
also, team,
how-
what about the weekends? Are you guys comfortable joining weekends also?
yeah,
Weekend is fine. Okay. Like
that's
at least
from
if
my
you can
side.
give
So
1 hour or 1.5 hour on the weekend.
yeah, yeah,
In the
Yes,
morning
I can
time.
do
Morning
weekends.
time. Hmm?
I can do weekends myself.
Okay,
as
which
well.
timing? Like morning or evening?
What time at evening? Like similar to 6 EST or a little bit in the afternoon?
No,
I'm fine with the morning.
Yeah, I think
morning.
morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
morning
fine
is
with
okay for
morning.
me.
Okay, morning. 12 we can keep it.
Yeah. Okay, that's okay.
EST,
for me.
12 EST, right? 12 EST.
yeah,
Okay.
fine, Arvind. And
So
how
is
long will be
everyone
the
okay with the
course?
weekend classes?
Yes, from my side.
Anyone know?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sounds good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Arvind,
So
how,
Arvind feel more happy.
Arvind, how long will be the course?
See, if we are covering the weekend and weekday both, right? So I believe it 1.5 month it should complete. Okay. Okay. If we are covering 2 hours in the weekend and weekday 1 hour. Okay. So 1.5 month it should take. 1.5 month to 2 months. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Because I have to prepare for the interviews, and those 2 weeks I'm keeping it extra, right? For the mock interviews, preparation, right? Like that. Okay. Or any project things also, right? So 2 months you think, okay, 2 months. Yeah. Any other question? Hello?
Yeah, I think no.
Okay.
No
Okay.
questions.
Let's connect tomorrow 7 o'clock. Okay. 7 EST.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Arvind.
Yeah. Thanks.